Now, we all know what had happened between the Hollywood actor Mr. Will Smith and his wife, Jada Pinkett. Jada had an affair with a guy named August Alsina while still being married to Will Smith. Adding on to that, August Alsina is about the same age as Jada's own son. Okay, now, will it make any sense if I pick up my phone right now and call any of my female friends and ask them, hey, why you girls like to cheat on your husband and have sex with younger boys about the same age as your own son? And then when she says, oh, not everyone does that actually. Some do, but not me. I added on by saying, but shouldn't a woman know another woman better? Well. Now, does that sound ridiculous to you? Unfortunately, this had happened in one of the woman-centric talk show broadcast in our country. Of course, the content isn't about sexual affair, but about rape. Here, have a look.
எல்லா ஆண்களும் பண்ணல, ஒரு சிலர் ஆண்கள் தான் பண்றாங்க. சோ பண்ணதை என்ன மாதிரி ஆண்கள்ட்ட கேட்டீங்கன்னா எங்களுக்கே தெரியல.
ஆனா ஒரு ஆணோட மனசு இன்னொரு ஆணுக்கு தெரியுமே.
Okay, I will translate that to you. The host is asking the guy, why you men rape? And the guy professionally answered that, not all men does this, only some of them. But if you ask a man like me who don't do that, we don't have the answer. Then the host added on by saying, isn't it that a man understands another man better? How ignorant and unintelligent this is. See, I'm not personally attacking the host, as maybe the questions were written down for her, or maybe she is just foolish. But either way, this is a very unprofessional and uncivilized way of conducting an interview, especially considering the fact that we are talking about a serious issue like rape. Because people are not well educated about rape, we tend to find it really difficult to prevent rape from happening. Just a few days ago, I came across a post where this one woman furiously wrote a long post in her social media where she robustly saying that cutting off a male's penis is the solution to end rape. I wondered to myself, what kind of a clown she is. Ladies and gentlemen, there are two things here. Do we want to punish the rapist or do we want to end rape? And if you are much more interested in talking about the ways to punish the rapist, then this isn't the video for you. But if you want to talk about ending rape, then let's continue. There are 16 types of rapes that can potentially happen, okay? We call this the date rape, gang rape, spousal rape, rape of children, statutory rape, prison rape, serial rape, payback rape, war rape, rape of deception, corrective rape, exchange rape, punitive rape, theft rape, ceremonial rape, and custodial rape. Each of these rape has its own root, has its own sociobiology, has its own psychology, has its own motive, and so on and on. One must first understand or be well informed of this if we really want to overcome or end rape. Unfortunately, there isn't a lesson on all of this at schools. So when people grow up, they think that to end rape, we need to cut off the male's penis, the rapist's penis. When a person with a psychological normal brain commits rape, it's nothing but a learned behavior. I repeat, it's nothing but a learned behavior. But if the rapist has some sort of a psychological problem, then it's a different story altogether. Now, considering the fact that rape is a learned behavior, my question to you is, do you want to cut off the penis of the rapist only, or do you want to cut off the sexual organs of the whole society from where such behaviors are being learned? Oh, yes, you can also say that he should be rational to think. Why, when we can think, he can't think? So, this cannot be a reason. Pretty much, I have heard a lot of this. But to answer this question, rationality is also a learned behavior. If you and me have some sort of a rationality, we can think rationally, it's because we learned this behavior. We are not born with this. Go and read this book called Within Behavior, WITHIN, Within Behavior, a book on rationality and human behavior, written by a Canadian neurologist, Dr. Donald Calney. Okay, now that is one part of it. But today, as we tend to understand more and more about the human traits in evolution, we also tend to understand better about the rapist. A guy named Dr. Samuel D. Smithyman, who is a psychologist in Greenville, South California, published a study where he interviewed 50 men in the 1970s who had confessed to having raped someone. All of these men had diverse backgrounds, social status, and of course, different personalities and mentalities. What surprised Dr. Samuel is the similar trait that all of these 50 men had. These people sounded very much unconcerned when talking about their sexual offense. Of course, the motive behind every rape varies and it's difficult to quantify, but they all had some common characteristics. First, they all lack empathy. Second, they all were narcissistic, self-centered. And third, feeling of hostility towards women. Now, this study opened up the door for us to understand how biological traits can predict the act of rape. And ever since, a lot of studies on this area are being carried out, hoping that one day we can come up with a good scale or some sort of a measurement to predict potential sexual perpetrator before they even carried out the crime, before they even raped someone, and treat them with various ways possible to cure them, to help them overcome this trait, to make them a better human being. And I wish this can happen soon. That is how you deal with rape. Not taking up your scissors for everything and just want to cut here and there. Okay, now coming back to the woman in the interview program who has a doubt why men rape, I'll give you an additional information, okay? In one of the survey done in 2010, nearly 4.5 million men in the United States at some stage in their life been forced to penetrate another person. And from the 4.5 million cases, 79.2% of it, the perpetrator were women, forcing the man to penetrate inside of them. 79.2% of the women forced this man to perform sexual act on them. Rape, isn't it? I am not cooking this up. Whatever I just said was published in the Aggression and Sexual Behavior Journal in 2017. Go and have a look. Such is life. Very unfair. When we talk about rape, the society only looks at man. The law is written in such a way. In Malaysia, a woman cannot be charged for rape because the law is written in a certain way. But of course, they can be charged for sexual harassment, but not rape. So when we talk about rapist, all we think about is man, man and man. This is not good. Men are not rapists. Rape happened in both gender, committed by both gender. And we need to understand why rape happened. We need to understand the psychology of rape, the neurology of rape, the biology of rape. So I hope next time when interviews are being carried out, the questions are written in a better way. Thank you.